Moving on to the last and final exercise of the chapter, exercise 7.10. So, first question. So, in the subsection lendo, in the exercise lendo, in the chapter la definite integrals la, you will mostly be using property number 4, which is going to be 0 to a of f of x dx nirundaduna, it becomes 0 to a. The limits does not change. So, this becomes f of upper limit plus lower limit minus x. Upper limit enna a plus lower limit enna 0 minus x. So, f of a minus x times dx. So, in the property da nama first 4 questions ki use panna porom. Okay. So, I have integral of 0 to pi by 2 cos square x. So, when I use this property, I have 0 to pi by 2 of cos times x enava maatha poren a minus x, where my a value is pi divided by 2. So, a minus x is going to be pi by 2 minus x the whole square times dx. Okay. So, இப்போ cos of pi by 2 minus x enna complementary. So, cos becomes a sign. Whether it is positive or negative, eppadi theriyum? All silver teacups. Pi by 2 minus x na, we are talking about the first quadrant. This is my pi by 2. First quadrant na, everything is going to be positive. So, I'll get I is nothing but I'll take the question to be I. So, I equals integral of 0 to pi by 2 times sine square x times dx. This is what I get. So, what do I see from here? I have I equals something and I equals something. I can add the two. So, let this be my equation 1 and let this be my equation 2. So, I'm going to add 1 plus 2. So, in the definite integrals, in the property, it makes the question much simpler and you mostly add. In the mari questions, you only keep adding. So, when you do that, I have 2i. Left hand side, I plus I, 2i. And the integral is the same. So, I have 0 to pi by 2. And you have cos square x plus sin square x times dx. So, cos square x plus sin square x and it is going to be 1. So, 0 to pi by 2 dx times 2i. So, 2i equals dx from 0 to pi by 2. So, what happens? Upper limit minus lower limit na, in the pakko enna irukku? Pi by 2 minus 0. You see that the integral has now become very simple. So, ipa nama final answer enna? I equals pi divided by 4. The 2 comes down and I have pi divided by 4. So, this is my final answer. Rather than substituting for cos square x, nama usually enna pannuvom? You do cos square x equals 1 plus cos 2x divided by 2. Sin square x ku thirumba adha pannuvom. So, ipo indha property la use pannadanaala enna aachu? Nammaloda integral romba chinnadaiduchu. So, the cos square x plus sin square x has simply become dx. Okay. So, this is the advantage of this particular process. Ipo second question lu neenga adha paapinga. See. So, the integral I is going to be I equals integral from 0 to pi by 2 of, in the இடத்துல a is again going to be pi divided by 2. So, using the same property, integral of f of a minus x. So, I'm going to have square root of sine times pi by 2 minus x divided by integral square root of pi by 2 minus x plus square root of cos of pi by 2 minus x times dx. Again, sine of pi by 2 minus x is going to give me cos x complementary divided by square root la, and this is also going to be cos x plus square root of sin x from 0 to pi by 2. First quadrant, everything is positive. Adnala ellame positive varudhu. So, I have two different i's. I am going to add the two. So, I have 2i equals integral from 0 to pi by 2. Numerator la enna irukku? Since the denominators are the same. You see, ingu denominator root sin x plus root cos x. Ingu denominator root sin x plus root cos x. So, I can add the numerators. So, I have root sin x plus root cos x divided by root sin x plus root cos x times dx. So, from here, I see that the numerator and the denominator completely get cancelled. So, now again the integral has become very simple. So, I have 2i equals integral of dx, which is going to be x from 0 to pi by 2. So, 0 to pi by 2. So, then I go 2i equals pi by 2 minus 0. So, I equals pi divided by 4 again. Okay. Please copy. So, questions in the mari simple change ayidu. Again, third question. It is again going to be very, very similar. So, again, same thing. You will get the exact same thing. The pi by 2 minus x panna, you will get cos to the power 3 by 2 times x. Mala numerator liyum denominator liyum same value. So, integral of dx. Okay, simple. So, idoda value enna varapodhu? Pi by 4 na varapodhu. So, let us solve along with me. So, I have, according to the property, I equals, this is also my I equals 0 to pi by 2 times sine of x ku badala pi by 2 minus x to the power 3 by 2 divided by sine of pi by 2 minus x to the power 3 by 2 plus cos of pi by 2 minus x to the power 3 by 2. என்ன பண்றேன்? From integral 0 to a of f of x dx, I am substituting 0 to a of f of a minus x dx, where my a value is pi divided by 2. இதை தான் நான் பண்றேன். So, times dx, this is nothing but I equals 0 to pi by 2 of sine of pi by 2 minus x is cos x to the power 3 by 2 divided by, again, cos x to the power 3 by 2 plus cos of pi by 2 minus x is sin x to the power 3 by 2 times dx. When I add the two i's, I have 2i equals integral of 0 to pi by 2. Numerator la, since the denominators are equal, ingu denominator one da, ingu denominator one da, I can add the numerators. I have sin 3 by 2x, sin to the power 3 by 2x plus cos to the power 3 by 2x divided by கீழே என்ன இருக்கு? Cos to the power 3 by 2x plus sin to the power 3 by 2x times dx. So I can again cancel the numerator and the denominator. So I'll be left with 2i equals integral of dx is going to be x from 0 to pi by 2. So I equals pi by 4. Okay? இந்த மாதிரி தான் நிறைய questions வரும். Again, same thing for this. So இதுக்கும் என்ன ஆக போகுது? When I apply the integral, I have 0 to pi by 2. I equals cos of pi by 2 minus x the whole power 5 divided by sin of pi by 2 minus x the whole power 5 plus cos of pi by 2 minus x the whole power 5 times dx. So this is going to be I equals 0 to pi by 2. Cos of pi by 2 minus x is sin 5 to the power x. Sin illa cos. So sin of pi by 2 minus x is going to be cos power 5 times x plus this is going to be sin power 5x times dx. So when I add the 2i, I have integral 0 to pi by 2. Since the denominators are the same, I have cos power 5x plus numerator sin power 5x divided by common denominator cos power 5x plus sin power 5x times dx. Again, these two get cancelled. So I have 2i equals integral dx is going to be x from 0 to pi by 2. So I equals pi divided by 4. I என்னது நம்மளோட integral. So that is my final solution. Okay, please copy. So first 4 sums were quite simple. இப்போ fifth question. Fifth question la I see that I have integral from minus, அதாவது minus 5 to plus 5 வந்திருக்கு. There are two different options where you can use property number 2 or property number 7. இப்போ property number 2 என்ன சொல்லுது? I have property number 2 which says that my integral from a to b can be split into a to c plus c to b. So இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல minus 5 to 5 travel ஆகிறதுனால I can maybe take a number which is 0 in between, which is இந்த பக்கம் 0க்கு leftல it is all going to be negative and 0க்கு rightல it is all going to be positive. So this is one option. What is my other option? If integral minus a to a of f of x இருக்குன்னா I can change this to 0 to a 2 times of f of x dx if f of minus x equals f of x, or 0 if f of minus x is going to be minus f of x, even function or odd function. So this is my property number 7. So there are two different options. But in that I see that I have a mod function. I cannot really say if this is going to be a even function or this is going to be an odd function. Correct? There are going to be two different values. And x mod kuduthirukku, x plus 2 la mod la kuduthirukku. So you know that mod x will take positive value and negative value when x is greater than 0 and x is less than 0. So adhe mari x plus 2 ku enna kadaikum? X plus 2 can be positive x plus 2 when x plus 2 is greater than 0 and negative x plus 2 when x plus 2 is less than 0, which means I can split the values from x greater than minus 2 and x less than minus 2. Correct? Integral இந்த மாதிரி split பண்ணலாமா? So I have minus 5 to 5 and in between I have minus 2. So the values that are to the left of minus 2 are going to be negative and the values that are going to be to the right of minus 2 are going to be positive. So நம்ம integral எப்படி split பண்ண போறோம்? We are going to use property number 2. So when I use that property number 2, so integral from minus 5 to 5, yeah? So minus 5 to 5 mod x plus 2 times dx becomes minus 5 to minus 2. From minus 5 to minus 2, it is going to take negative values. So minus of x plus 2 plus integral minus 2 to 5, it is going to take positive values. So x plus 2 times dx. So when I solve the integral, I have minus times integral of x is going to be x square divided by 2 plus integral of 2 is going to be 2x plus ingeo integral of x is going to be x square by 2 plus integral of 2x is going to be this. But in the இடத்துல it is going to be from minus 5 to minus 2 and here it is going to be from minus 2 to 5. Okay, when I substitute the values, I have minus na velila eduthukuren. Upper limit which is going to be minus 2 the whole square divided by 2 plus 2 into minus 2. This is going to be upper limit minus lower limit. So in the minus na common eduthukuren minus lower limit which is going to be minus 5 square divided by 2 plus 2 into minus 5 close bracket. Okay, so this minus is for the whole term plus now the second term upper limit. So upper limit na 5 square by 2 plus 2 into 5 upper limit minus the lower limit which is going to be minus 2 the whole square by 2 plus 2 into minus 2. So when I solve this, what do I have? Minus open bracket. First bracket la I have minus 2 the whole square 4. 4 by 2 is going to be 2 minus 2 2s are 4. So this is my first bracket minus. In the இடத்துல minus 5 the whole square is 25. So 25 divided by 2 minus 10. First bracket plus இப்போ இந்த bracketல என்ன இருக்கு 25 divided by 2 plus 10 minus 2 square by 2 which is going to be 4 by 2 which is 2 minus 2 2s are 4. Okay, when I open the bracket I have minus into இங்க உள்ள என்ன இருக்கு minus 2 minus 25 by 2 plus 10 plus when I open this bracket I have 25 by 2 plus 10 minus of 2 minus 4 is minus 2 so I have a plus 2. Okay, so when I open this bracket multiply the minus inside I have 2 plus 25 by 2 minus 10 minus 10 plus 25 by 2 plus 12. Okay, or plus 10 plus 2. What gets cancelled? Minus 10 and plus 10 gets cancelled. So I'll be left with 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 25 by 2 plus 25 by 2 is 50 divided by 2 which is going to be 4 plus 25 which is 29. So this is my final answer. Okay, please copy. Calculation la careful ah podunga. Upper limit minus lower limit minus sign ellame careful ah podunga. Okay. Now similar to the previous question. So in the இடத்துலயுமே என்ன இருக்கு I have mod of x minus 5 and my limits are from 2 to 8. So இப்போ இந்த in between value என்னன்றதை கண்டுபிடிக்கணும். So I have mod of x minus 5 takes two values which is x minus 5 and minus of x minus 5. When x minus 5 is greater than 0 and x minus 5 is less than 0. So x is greater than 5 and x is less than 5. So the middle value is going to be 5. So how does my integral change? From 2 to 8, the mod function looks like 2 to 5. It is going to be negative. Correct? So it is going to be negative. From 2 to 5, it is less than 5. It is going to be negative and greater than 5, it is going to be positive. So negative na x minus 5 times dx plus 5 to 8, it is going to be positive. So x minus 5 times dx. Okay. So this I have the minus sign inside. Bracket la x minus 5 integrate panna I have x square divided by 2 minus 5x from 2 to 5 plus again x square by 2 minus 5x from 5 to 8. Okay, exactly like the previous question. So I have minus of, let me open the bracket, upper limit minus lower limit. So first upper limit 5 square by 2 minus 5 into 5 upper limit minus lower limit. So 2 square by 2 minus 5 into 2. First term over. Second term I have 8 upper limit which is going to be 8 square by 2 minus 5 into 8 upper limit minus lower limit. So 5 square by 2 minus 5 into 5. Use whichever method is comfortable for you. Upper limit minus lower limit eppadi vena pannalam. Okay. So this is going to be bracket la enna irukku 5 square by 2 is going to be 25 by 2 minus 25 minus 2 square by 2. So ஒரு 2 cancel ஆயிடும். So I have 2 minus 10 which is going to be minus 8. This is my first bracket plus when I open this I have this gets cancelled. 8 8s are 64. 64 divided by 2. 64 divided by 2 is 32 minus 8 5s are 40 minus in the bracket குள்ள என்ன இருக்கு I have 5 square which is 25 by 2 minus 5 5s are 25. Okay, now when I open the bracket minus அப்படியே இருக்கட்டும் 25 by 2 minus 25 plus 8, minus into minus. Then this becomes 32 minus 40 is minus 8. Minus, when I multiply the minus inside, minus 25 by 2 plus 25. So minus ulla multiply panta. I have multiplied the minus inside the bracket. Now I'm going to multiply this minus inside the bracket. So I have minus 25 by 2 plus 25 minus 8 minus 8 minus 25 by 2 plus 25. So let me club two terms. So minus 25 by 2 minus 25 by 2, which becomes minus 50 divided by 2. Then I have plus 25 plus 25, which is going to be plus 50 minus 16. Okay, so this is going to be minus 25 plus 50 minus 16. So this is nothing but 25 minus 16, which is going to be 25 minus 16 panna 15 minus 6, which is going to be 9. Okay, so my answer is going to be 9. Pay attention while solving. Definite integral la adu onnu dhaan problem. Okay, mathabadi it's easy.